Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash. That Ronnie said that was a bunch of great meals. The only time the truth and rule well. Peace, blessings, salutation, I come out there, scared abroad to the four corners of the earth. That's serving the truth, not to the city. Try to say Shalom. This is Brother Nabala. Come to another video in the spirit. And the topic of this video is going to be about, let's see what's next with this MP. Because I believe it started over there in Africa. They identified, they basically, I think they declared the MP to be remember, let me do this. Yep. So there's an article from the World Health Organization, and it says Director General declares Mpox outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. So this is kind of similar, to what they did back in 2020 with the Crown Oil 91. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it started over there in Africa. I think that's what they said the first case was. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they said it was a case identified somewhere here in the states. I can't remember exactly the state that it was, but they said they filed the first case here in the states. So that's how it starts. And this is the same thing that happened back in 2020. You know, they warned you about what was going on in another country. I believe they declared it as a health concern, and then next thing you know, over in the states, they identified their first case on the West Coast. Next thing you know, they identified another case on the East Coast. Next thing you know, it was in a couple more states, and then what happened after that? It was spread it all over, and they ended up shutting it down. So he's like the scripture said, there's nothing new created under the sun. He's doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, he tells you exactly what he's going to do, what his plans is. So that's why we just have to wait and see what's going to happen now, because it was this movie, I think it was called Songbird. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I seen the trailer on it. And it was basically, going to from the trailer, it was basically hinting at another shutdown happening. So, and why would they make a movie about that? And also, they made a movie about Civil War. So, I like about that. They made a movie about Civil War this year, too. So, if another lockdown does happen, and like soon in the near future, then that will cause Civil War. Because it's not the lockdown that happens next is not gonna be like the lockdown that we experienced back in 2020. They're gonna actually it's gonna be actually worse. They may actually shut certain cities down where you're not gonna be able to travel as far as you used to be able to travel. Now you're gonna have a certain parameter that you can go to, and if you only can travel to certain stores, and all those stores they're gonna start being, people gonna start shopping there, but then it's gonna come to people who are just gonna start looting there. And once the storehouses run empty, then what? Then people gonna start invading one another. Let me grab this. This is Luke 21:11. It says, "And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven." Yeah. It says famines and pestilence, and that's a pestilence. Okay, it says fearful sights and great signs shall shall there be from in heaven? Yeah. So there's signs in the heavens. Where signs. Some of those signs are from the moons. The moon when it changes its color. The red moons that we see. And other signs that the Lord shows us in the heavens. But right now, I'm gonna talk about the pestilence part, because the Lord says He's gonna send pestilence and plagues, and we already experienced a pestilence 4 years ago, and you see what effect that had on the world. And the world can't go through another lockdown. People are still recovering from that. People really was traumatized from that past lockdown because they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know how to operate. But we're going to be okay, because what do we have? We have these scriptures. We have the answers. So we're able to identify what exactly was going on, and we know how to move. Let me grab this. This is 2 Ezra 15. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Yeah. So that's what's going on. Okay, the Lord is sending plagues upon this world. Because what? Because wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Okay, we're entering the time when Yahushua is getting ready to make his grand entrance on this place. But what is the Lord doing before he does? He's kindling a fire. Okay. Let me jump down here to verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." And what did the Lord do back then to Egypt? He smit it with plagues. Why it says, "I'm going to smite Egypt with plagues as before"? Because this place is spiritually known as Egypt. Okay? Because what does this place and Egypt have in common? They both put the Lord's chosen people in bondage. So that's why this place is known as spiritually known as Egypt. That's why the scriptures say, "I will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Yeah. So he's going to smite this place with plagues like he did before. And and the Lord brought 10 plagues upon Egypt. So, and the Lord's going to bring numerous of plagues against this place here in America, because Egypt had 10 gods. That's why they was smitten by 10 plagues. But this place here in America, man, it's this place here, man, it's numerous of things that these people are into with this idol worship and stuff like that. So the Lord's gonna make a great example of this place, and it's going to be on a greater scale than what he did to Egypt. Let me jump down here to verse 27. It says, "For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." Yeah. So the Lord is not going to deliver these people from these plagues. Okay. So these plagues are going to remain in the plagues are going to remain in this place. Okay, they're not going to be taken back. And it says in 2 Ezra 16. Let me come over here. This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Yeah, so when a woman is about to have birth and she's going through those birth pains, though they continually happen. Okay, they don't, and they continue to get worse and worse. Okay, until that baby is ready to come out. And that's what's going to happen to this place, America. it's going to continue to get worse and worse until Yahweh Shai returns. Verse 39 says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Yep. So the plagues are not going to be slack, and once they come upon this place, they're not going to be brought back. They're not going to go away. Let me see. Yeah, so we're just further up. This is verse 5, 2 Ezra 16 and 5. It says, plagues are sent unto you. What is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sends the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And that answer is no one. No one can drive away the plagues of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Once these plagues come upon this place, that's it. And they're going to continue to keep coming and coming until Yahweh Shai returns, and he completely destroys this place. And that's the outcome of Babylon, aka America. So let's see what's about to happen. All this is part of E's crafty counsel with this MP stuff. So let's continue to watch and be circumspect and see. So Lord, when this video is edifying, I'm going to close out by giving our praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Shalom.